Retro Rob plays everything.
Hey, Rob here, and welcome to my MGC 2017 Game Hall. If you don't know what MGC is, that's the Midwest Gaming Classic, which is a huge gaming convention in Milwaukee. I think it's the largest in the Midwest. It is pretty huge, and it's pretty busy, and we run a room there, so I'm a little bit burned out. I was busy showing stuff. Had a rough time, man. We had a lot of stuff break down. Both Travis and I think, had some bad luck. Anyway, Travis had a huge haul. I wish he'd come out and actually show it on YouTube, but he doesn't. He doesn't actually do that. But he is going to show his haul on the next episode of Guys, Games, and Beers. So if you catch that one, they're all, he just got some amazing stuff. I got some pretty cool stuff too. So I'm gonna show it to you. I got one more thing. One more note is. Gee, really sorry about trivia night if you went. Some people liked it, I heard. For those who don't know, Guys, Games, and Beer, which is my podcast, we did run the we did run the trivia night last Friday, and there's one a year. It's kind of a big thing, but unfortunately, I think they had somebody back out or something happened where we ended up with it put in our laps. We didn't get much warning. They were very gracious about it. They were totally great. They just needed somebody to fill in, and we offered to do it. And Travis did his job. I mean, everybody did what they were supposed to be doing, which, and with some of our people, that just means they drink. So so several of our people were pretty smashed up there. I was not too bad, but I was really, really tired because I'd been fixing some problems we'd been having with some of the equipment all day. In fact, I'm one Dina down right now. I'm gonna have to hack that sucker because we lost potentiometer out of that, and it's done. So anyway, yeah, we got really busy. Friday was kind of a short warning. We really just weren't in best form, so I apologize for it. Those of you who liked it, though, thank you very much, especially those guys that came up and said they really liked it afterwards. I do appreciate it because it was kind of a crap show, and it was pretty rough. All right, so let's get going on the actual haul. Jesus, I'm gonna have to put timestamps in this, aren't I? All right, number one, I started with Xbox stuff. I've been on an Xbox kick because I think Xbox is probably poised to go up in price a while, and I know you're gonna call me, oh, you're crazy, blah blah blah, or at least some of you people are. But I've been around for a freaking while, and I remember when Dreamcast stuff would never go up. I remember it was worthless crap that you just got rid of. Now Dreamcast stuff is ridiculously high. It's basically priced me out of collecting. I mean, I'm not getting rid of the stuff I've got, but I have not been buying anything for it because it's just been too expensive. But anyway, I think Xbox is probably poised to go up, so I've been buying some of the cooler stuff that I wanted, and anyway, or things that I thought I'd be interested in. Currently, I'm selling on eBay, but I'm not buying anything that I would be selling on eBay. I'm just buying stuff for me at this point. I mean, I generally do, but usually I'll buy it on a package deal. That way I kind of break even at the end. God, I'm talking too much. All right, let's start with the games. This is Cyanide, and this one was the most expensive of my Xbox games, and it is cool as heck. It is a shooter, and it is... it goes 2D and 3D. There's also a PlayStation game that did that, and I really like that. So I really like this as well. I did get some time to play it at MGC, and it was fun as heck. Real quick on the back, I'm probably not going to be putting pictures for everything because you can just do this. Here you go. Anyway, Cyanide is a classical 2D, 3D shoot 'em up game with deep and engaging storyline. I don't know about the storyline. I didn't really pay attention to it. Justice has been sentenced, and it's your job to escort the execution ship carrying the evil witch Aguirre to her final judgment. But as an asteroid hits Aguirre's prison ship, chaos ensues. It bears the substance cyanide, which is known to transmute mere thoughts into reality. Aguirre tries to escape her fate by using cyanide to create worlds filled with the fiercest creatures, enemies, and evil manifestations from her twisted imagination. It's a very Japanese seeming game, by the way. Aboard a small but small but agile fighting ship, you are the only one able to stop her. Amazing. Next, we have Crazy Taxi 3. Which is kind of cool. Here we go. And, yeah. I've never played it. I've played Crazy Taxi 1 and 2, obviously, but I never did play 3. I don't know how good it is. I had my friends come by and check it out, and they said they'd never played it either, so... And there's really not much writing on it. It just says Glitter Oasis. Only the crazy come out at night. So I'm guessing it takes place in Las Vegas. But anyway, pretty cool. I don't know how good it's gonna be, but it looked interesting, so I'm gonna grab it. Gunmetal. This game's available on the PC, so there's that. And there's that. And I covered up part of it. Transform, target, terminate. Is it a mech or a jet? It's both. The prototype combat vehicle known as the Havoc suit is the last line of defense for you and your people as the enemy continues to attack and destroy your planet. Standing 30 feet tall and equipped with an arsenal of devastating weaponry, the Havoc suit can transform into a highly maneuverable jet fighter. Only this formidable battle machine has the potential to prevent the brutal destruction of your planet. Wow, there it is again. Gunmetal. It's actually fairly popular, as I recall. Alright, here we go. Reckless, the Yakuza missions. I had this game before, and I liked it quite a bit. I can't remember what the reviews were like, but I do know that the sales were not good enough to turn it into a series like I would have liked. But, you know, it's like that. By the way, it's just the disc. No, disc and cover, obviously, but no manual. It's summer in Hong Kong, and the mafia's out of control. Yakuza mobsters are carrying out territorial feuds and reckless high-speed chases throughout the city. It's up to you to drive against crime in fender-to-fender showdowns and white-knuckle missions. Yakuza. That's kind of interesting. Here, you're going to notice that I like shooters. There's Jaeger. Not spelled with a J, so it's not like a Jaeger bomb. Jagger bomb. Or Jag. I don't know. Anyway. The future's here, but despite superior technological advancements, security on Earth remains threatened. You are Magnus Tide, pilot of one of the deadliest machines in the galaxy, the fighter ship Sagittarius. Yeah, should wear some gold chains. What you saying, man? Force futuristic rivals to pay the ultimate price. Yeah, read this description. In a daring quest to save your world. Take control of the ship's multiple weapons and capabilities and take off to a world of fast-paced fighter pilot action where the stakes are high and the altitude is low. It looks pretty cool. I've heard of it before, but never had a chance to get it, so there it is. I'll try it out. See how it is. Next, we have Future Tactics. Not a lot of tactics games for the Xbox. My son tells me that it is likely really bad. But here we go. It did come with the manual. Because he thought he'd heard of it before. Oh, there we go. Welcome to the future. It's not a pretty place. Not since creatures took over anyway. What's left is a ragtag bunch of human survivors who live on squalor. Or in squalor, not on squalor. They don't live on squalor. They don't eat the squalor. Battle their multi-dimensional overlords and wax nostalgic for better days. Now a young boy named... Is it Law or Low? Looks like Low. His sister and a collection of fighters find themselves mankind's only hope for blasting the creatures back to where they came from. Wherever that is. This is a unique... it says unique. It's a turn-based game. And you don't see a lot of those on the Xbox, so I figured I'd pick it up. Capcom fighting Fighting Evolution. This is more for friends than it is really for me. I don't play a lot of shooters myself. A lot of fighters myself, but it is nice when you have friends over to play a fighter or two, even though I get my butt kicked. Anyway, legendary fighters from 5 Capcom arcade classics finally meet online in totally cool, totally old, in a totally cool, no, really, in one, it says, one totally cool, totally old school game. Maybe if I spoke in the mic. Anyway, this all-new game lets you choose from characters spanning Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter Alpha, Darkstalkers, and Red Earth. I like Darkstalkers quite a bit, actually. That's one of the few fighting games I've played regularly. Finally, Destroy All Humans. This game I actually do like. I never played it when it was originally out, so this is a pickup definitely just for me. And it's... Ooh, there's not much to say because it is covered by a sticker, but play as an alien... let me get this. As an alien clone sent to Earth to infiltrate and destroy the human race. I only played a few minutes of it, but already I like it. So I think I'm going to spend some time with this. And pretty good. I like collecting on Xbox a little bit because there's a lot of games that I missed the first time. And it's pretty cheap to collect for at this point. I have been trying to collect stuff for the 32X now. There's Virtua Fighter. I looked for... I was looking for Afterburner. I didn't find it, though. A friend of mine told me it was indeed out there. Forrest said he definitely saw it, but I never did see it, so that's kind of a bummer. Also saw Zaxxon Mother Base. It was sealed, though, and they wanted $150 for it. I don't know. I don't usually buy on a whim expensive games because I don't necessarily know the prices of them going in, and I don't necessarily go in looking for anything definitely specific, but that was a little steep for me to go on. I mean, I'm buying a new house right now, so I didn't buy it, but I'm kind of thinking I probably should have. Anyway, that was kind of interesting. I've got some other cool stuff in here though. This is a Super UFO, which if you don't know what this guy is, it didn't come with a power supply, and honestly it doesn't come with a floppy drive, but that's alright. I got some more of them. But I keep some of those around. But I did power it up and it does work, and it uses a standard adapter, and I was able to at least ensure that it was passing power over to this power line, so it should be okay. What it basically does is you got a floppy drive here, and you plug this into your Super Famicom, and you plug in a game, and it will copy it to the disc, and you can play it from the disc, which is pretty darn cool. And I cannot wait to do that, and I will probably do a video on this particular device. Pretty stinking cool. It was $20, and I've seen them go really expensive on eBay before, so assembling my own seems like a great idea. Hopefully all the chips work. I mean, it looks okay inside, but I can't really test it until I've got a drive. But I will soon. As soon as I get to work. We've got a bunch of them there that nobody wants. Next to us is a group that sells Pack Rat Games. That's the name of them. Pack Rat Games. They sell Vectrex stuff. So I got Space Frenzy, which is popular on the Colecovision. Nebula Commander. I hear this is a real-time strategy game. No kidding. So I can't wait to check that one out either. And finally, Gravitrax, which is a little bit like Gravitron here. Haven't had any chance to actually play these yet, but I am definitely going to. Oh, if I didn't show you the back, here's Space Frenzy. Here's Nebula Commander. And I'm sorry, there's really just not much to see there. And these I probably won't be able to get box covers for, and then the back's just text on this one, so not a lot to see. Pretty neat though, right? Next. This is a lesson in not going on the floor after you've been drinking a bit and just buying stuff. I thought it was Monster Rancher 2, but it's Monster Rancher Battle Card Episode 2. So sad. Anyway, I love the Monster Rancher series, but these little card games I'm not a huge fan of. I mean, even the back looks like they kind of half-assed it. It is cool, though, because you can pop a music CD in and it'll generate you a new monster, just like the other game. So you gotta like that, right? Next. One of the deaths that happened during... Oh, man. Really? One of the deaths that happened during MGC was I had a controller go out. So I bought a replacement for it. This one's kind of crap, but that's okay because... I just need the guts of it so I can redo the one that broke because it was a nice transparent green one. Also got a transparent blue one. This one works fine. We were using it all night and it played well. Next, I got Frontline for the Colecovision. I've been thinking about doubling down on the Colecovision a little bit. I like it a lot. I'm thinking maybe I'll buy another controller or build another controller for it because I don't really care for the controllers on it. But it's a neat system, I think. Next, I got some Famicom games. These would have been kind of expensive if they were SNES, regular SNES games, but I can run both on my Famicom, so woohoo! So I got one of those little adapters. This is Gradius 3. Love the game, and Bomberman 2. I also liked this game quite a bit. So it was nice to get both of those. I mean, there's not a whole lot of translation to worry about, so they're great to play. And I think I dropped my Xbox controller back in there. That sucks. Got a Nintendo Zapper. Reason being, I now have... I never collected these before because I usually have LCDs, but... I now have a PVM, and it would be nice to play some gun games with it, so I got this guy to do that. Supposedly it's tested and working. I usually don't have I don't have too many problems at MGC with the vendors selling you duds, but it does occasionally happen. But they'll usually tell you ahead of time that there's a good chance that it's going to be duds. Speaking of, my final pickup is this guy right here. It is another ColecoVision. Look at that. And look at that. Okay, so they told me that it probably wouldn't work. I paid, I think, $20 for it. It did come with a box, but the box looked like crap. And I thought, you know what, I'm just not taking that box home. It looked that bad that I didn't even want to take it home. So I took it out of the box, which was crumbling apart, and just put it into my storage stuff. It has miscellaneous damage to it. That said, this controller works pretty good. These controllers are worth quite a bit if they work well. I mean, not a whole lot, but it doesn't really matter because it looks good and the power supply works fine. And my ColecoVision looks like crap but works great. So I am just going to take the case from this guy and put it into the other ColecoVision. Plus, it will give me a spare power supply because the power supplies also tend to fail on these things. The only thing wrong with it really is the RAM. I can probably fix it, and I might fix it and resell it just to make up some of the losses. But it's kind of nice to have an extra controller that works really well because the original controller works for crap. That I've got downstairs. I fixed it a couple times. It works fine for a while, and then it just kind of craps out. I think it's, sometimes age does get to the stuff, like it's getting to me. Anyway, that is it. That is my 2017 Midwest Gaming Classic haul. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give me a big old thumbs up, and feel free to subscribe for more. If you've got any questions about some of the stuff I bought, feel free to leave the messages down below, and I will try and get back to you if I can, if I know anything about it. All right, bye.
Retro Rocks gaming videos.